but when you have the girl, Sheila or whatever her name was.
I think it's maybe Shiva. Or something.
Very forgettable name. Anyway, Chris shot right-handed. She shot lefty. And I was playing that, and of course, everyone's like, I don't want to be the girl. And I was playing like, I can't even play the girl. Like, why would you have a character that shoots lefty? It was completely ridiculous. And it was just like, I can't, like, it sounds like nothing, right? It's like, who cares what shoulder the gun's on? The laser sight's in the same spot. It's really disorienting.
Yeah, because I was playing Counter-Strike.
You're playing Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Wait, wow.
on the Xbox, but...
Oh.
But,
wow.
I was about to say, another one of those games you'd be playing on PC.
But,
Like,
yeah,
I didn't know you bought
definitely.
Counter-Strike. Why aren't we playing this right now? Like,
I switched the thing where left-handed. I couldn't even play either. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on here?
I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, like, the only reason during Resident Evil 5 why I could even play the girl is because I'm an ambidextrous shooter. I can shoot with either hand, but for your regular average, was I think 86.7% of people are right-handed shooters. So when you throw in a left-handed shooter,
what the hell are you like eating? Like,
hey, I didn't get to have breakfast this morning. I had to rush work.
this is like. I'm sorry.
I also just want to say, like,
He's just got like this mouthful of food, and it's just like, and everyone's sitting here like pretending to not notice. I'm sorry.
I also wanted to say, like, you know,
Sit down, sir.
Yeah, it's hard to jump in when, you know, Twisted's, you know, stuffing his mouth right now.
Get your shit together, sir.
But I hate escort missions. Like, I'm sure
God.
I'm not the only one here, but you know, they suck. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I've played a single game where I've actually enjoyed any sort of AI.
What about Resident Evil
escort
4 as a
missions.
whole?
Yeah, it's
One big long
I
escort
was just about to say, I was about to cough like Resident Evil 4.
Okay. Ashley was a total pain in the ass.
I mean,
I do agree.
If it was like a human, you know, counterpart, and you had to like help, you know,
Yeah.
like your friend get through the level, that would be different. But if you have like you know, I think the AI is already in most games helpless anyway, and then you add in the fact that like they make them helpless for the sake of the game, and then it's just you have to escort them. That's not fun. You want to play the game. You don't want to like.
There's actually a way to give Ashley weapons in RE4. There was like a mod or a code you can get. She can give her a riot gun or like a rocket launcher, but she ended up shooting you all the time. Not like on purpose, but like you'd always be in the line of fire. She'd nail you. Yeah, but man, there's a lot of escorting.
That's the way it could be good. Instead of an escort mission where you're helping some useless citizen who's trying to keep their head down and shitting their pants at the same time, if it was like a bodyguard mission where you have like someone important but they can still fight, like let's take like Halo or something, you would be escorting Chief to a destination and you're like either another Spartan
Master
or you're
Chief
just...
was involved. He'd be kicking everyone's ass.
like I said, so you're just like, you know, a Marine or something. You're a bodyguard. You're not escorting them.
Yeah.
I think a good example would be like some kind of realistic modern day shooter where you have to escort diplomats or ex-Marines or some people around to make sure they don't get killed.
So what do you think, like, you know, we've talked a lot about different types of co-op, but what do you think would be like, you know, like a new type of co-op area that hasn't really been explored that really could, like, you know, push, you know, video games forward?
Oh,
well,
man.
I've got a perfect example. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, a kind of a god and pawn aspect. 10 you and me were playing this in Spec Ops, the mission where I was flying the AC-130 and you're on the ground. A god and pawn aspect where you got one guy up in the air,
and
just
you
like
shot
a
me like so many times, you jackass.
Feel my wrath. No, so just you have an aspect where you have one guy helping or supporting the guy on the ground while the guy on the ground are trying to perform particular tasks. That's a co-op aspect that really hasn't been explored. I mean, that's really the only place I've ever seen.
That's actually I wasn't thinking about that until you brought it up.
It's like one of the best missions of the game.
I've always dreamed of, like, you know, this. Maybe it's a little bit idealistic, and I don't know if it'll ever come into fruition. But I've always had this dream that you'll have one person who's like playing like an RTS, and he's like commanding like the units and like providing support. But the people that are down there, that are, you know, the actual units, are real people. Like if we could actually have that sort of god and pawn setup, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah, that's something that'd be totally sweet. And I think, you know, Call of Duty is like scraping some of these things. I don't think Call of Duty is ever going to be that game that's going to innovate like the new awesome thing. Like, I don't want to say Call of Duty's safe. It isn't. It was, it's very risky, and they did a lot of crazy stuff in there. But Call of Duty, I think it's going to take like an offbeat game to really pioneer something crazy, and then it's going to just rule.
Like for example, Borderlands. You'd never expect that game to take off like it did. Like that game pretty much defined shooter RPG.
Yeah, that definitely had something in there that worked. Something was right about that game.
Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of elements like you get from like Diablo, and like put it into like sort of like a Fallout world, but with like the controls sort of like a Call of Duty. So I mean, it was a good like mix
Best
up.
of all worlds.
I don't think it's perfect, but I mean, I played it with you a lot, Rands, and I think it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's another example of
Diablo,
co-op being awesome.
Speaking of Diablo, that's like another game that was more co-op. Now I'm thinking about Diablo 3, and I feel very sad because I'm not playing it.
Well, none of us are.
Yeah, I remember, like, I mentioned way back in the video, I still play Diablo 2, which reminds me, Twisted, we gotta take down those Ubers.
Oh yeah,
we need to...
Need to get my Breath of the Dying back.
Yeah, alright. But, even a game like that, you could just pop in with a friend, and it's like pick up, play, kick ass, leave. And that's like, that's where co-op can be good. You could just get with your friends. I mean, anytime I play a game, 9 times out of 10, I'm on Skype and I'm with, some of the guys, and we're out playing and we're doing, some game. I rarely play by myself, except last night when I had to play San Andreas single player. But anyways. But in the end, co-op can bring a ton to the game. So anyway, it's time to move on. And we have our viewer questions. So I'm just going to tackle this right now because it's more a fact than discussion. Sinzar 00 basically asked the question of how do you make an episode and what does it take to get the episode done? So it's a long process. This is actually this today actually starts the cycle over again. It's like a full cycle. What we do is we do all the screen capture you're watching is completely original. All the pictures are original. Everything is original, maybe except the picture of like a game title, obviously. But everything we have is original made, and we do the screen capture with capture cards. I built a computer and put a capture card in it, and we have all kinds of stuff. Totally have all the equipment. We have some external cards, so we have the internal ones are PCI Express, and they're they have HDMI. I believe Franz yours shoots in 1080p. Or 1080i or whatever. And then we have some external ones that go into USB that work really well, and they're really portable, and we can kind of transfer those around. Anyway, we do all the screen capture, and then we have our topics laid out, and then we research the topics, play the games, get more capture, and then at the end of the week, we come in, we do the sound editing, and then I take the sound. Jamie over here, he'll do all the editing. Then I take the sound, I go into my video editor, work on all the video. That process takes about 5 hours, 5.5 hours.
Yeah, I just want to say, Tim, you do a really good job of getting these episodes out. I mean, we get you some of the the capture content, but I mean, the bulk of the work falls on you. So I just want to say you do a nice job of getting this out there.
Really appreciate that. You guys definitely got a taste of that with your reviews this week. But yeah, that takes a long time to do. Then we got to render. Although I have a quad core, it still takes about 3.5 hours to render. And then for YouTube, if you're watching this on another video hosting site, this doesn't apply. But on YouTube, I have to cut it up into 10-minute segments. That sucks. So I have to cut it up in 10 again, and then re-render, which basically doubles the rendering time. And then there's the upload to YouTube. Upload, process, get approved, and then process over again, and that's the end. And then we start the process over again. After a recording session, we talk about our topics for next week usually, and then we get going, get researching. We have the week off to get any capture we don't have. It takes a long time, but it's when it's something you love to do. It's really not all that hard. So anyway, to wrap this show up, we're going to talk about our top 3 real quick and winners and losers of the week. So let's talk about our winners and losers. Let's start with Twisted.
Alright,
let's go around winners first, then go around losers again.
Alright, my winner is the Producers of Global Agenda. It will be coming out February 1st. I caught a glimpse of the game yesterday. It looks really intriguing. It's kind of like a World of Warcraft married Call of Duty, and they had a child, but then Call of Duty found out World of Warcraft was cheating on it from Metroid.